and Bobby Hebert. I'm Christian Garrick. 42-34, Saints fall to the Arizona Cardinals on the heels of 3 turnovers. Bobby, it's your floor, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, my floor or my hands. Throw me a pass. Oh, man. I tried to catch it. I'm supposed to be a pro, supposed to be an NFL receiver. Man, I'll get you next time. Or it might be like...
might not be a next time.
Yeah, or according to the sound, it was my job to get him ready for the game. Well, what if we have this mini bye and we got the Raiders come to town, right? So what if all of a sudden the same song and dance? Well, it's my job to get him ready. When does that get old?
Already has.
Yeah, I know. Considering all the expectations. And, I don't think the Cardinals are that good. Now, I think when Hopkins comes back, they might be a little better. But I don't view the Cardinals as a playoff team. What does that make us? What were we smoking? To think, the Saints, and 9-8, they can build upon that. We're going to get to double-digit wins. Who that nation? I'm sorry. I was that bold in my prediction.
So you're coming off of that.
10 wins?
Yeah.
Christian. Well, I'm like, dudes, man, can't we just win a game? I just want us to win one game. I'm not even worried about winning 2 or 3 games in a row or going a streak. Just win a game to help out confidence, to feel good about ourselves. Because when you don't win, what ends up happening, Christian, you get to the point, and then you don't feel like being depressed, so you don't care. Even though you're a pro, you should care. But I've been around players where they like, I'm still going to get paid and all that. So, and you never want to be in that place as a team, because then they're just going through the motions. We had I don't want to say his name, but this guy been in the Super Bowl with the Buffalo Bills. Had a teammate that it was the last game and it was over. Now you see, be a pro. He was in the players' parking lot. Now he lived in Florida. He had a U-Haul behind his like big truck or something already packed. Like so in other words, as soon as that game was over, he was gone. He was going back to his house in Florida. He wasn't staying in town. So you can't have that attitude. I mean, you have to, come to play and be a pro. But how can you truly come to play? The NFL is too good when, I don't care if Sean Payton, I don't think this would happen under Sean Payton. I don't care who's the head coach. Or, you want to lead in certain categories and all that. Well, we're most in the NFL in turnovers, and then we most in the turnovers. We have like 16 turnovers, and we minus 10 for the season. Not plus 10.
Right.
That's kind of like Eagles. Well, wonder why they're undefeated. Well, they're plus 10. We were somewhere around there. But we were minus 3 for the game again. We've done that more than once this season. Like you and Deuce was talking about. Think about it. Do we even come close to like taking away the football? I mean, I don't see no punch out, no forced fumble. I don't see no interception. Us getting our hands on the ball. Not maybe we could be lucky if it went through their hands and we would catch it. But you don't see those type of plays. And what y'all were saying, we have 1 interception that we have like 4 pick sixes against us.
Bobby, last year.
And you never win when that happens.
Last year they had 18 interceptions.
Yeah. No, and it's a lot of the same players, okay? The common denominator, if I truly break everything down, obviously Sean Payton's not around anymore. So you have to look at the head coach, Dennis Allen. You know who else is not around anymore? Malcolm Jenkins and Marcus Williams. On the back end, we've taken a big step back. Marcus May and Honey Badger right now, they can't hold Malcolm Jenkins and Marcus Williams' job. They're not on that level. And then who's the guy we brought out of retirement, number 30? Evans?
Justin Evans.
Can't tackle. Yes, but the missed tackles in back-to-back games now. Then we bring back, Tim Harris?
Chris Harris.
Good Tim Harris. That's another guy.
Defensive lineman.
Tim. Well, Chris Harris. Yeah, I mean, no, but we don't. Well, you can see how we miss a guy like Lattimore when he's not in there. And that's where I see where we're really different. But then you look how D-line didn't build upon what they did last year. They're playing worse. I think Cam Jordan's bringing it. DeMario Davis at time. But I would say they're playing good, very good. But we didn't have to play great. we're not having no impactful plays, and it's frustrating. But I was excited, Chris, at the beginning. You know, you were right there with me. I'm like, whoa, what a beautiful deep ball by Andy Dalton to Rashid Shaheed. That 53-yard touchdown, I'm not who that is. I know y'all taped the game. You might have burned it by now. But if you look at that play, how accurate that ball was, that wasn't necessarily bad coverage. That I thought, man, we're going to win this. We're going to get some momentum in the desert. We're winning 7-0. But it just seemed like we never could quite, to put them away. And it was just, that was the case in point where if you look at it, they scored 21 points. This is almost impossible. This is almost like you just hand them the ball. They scored 21 points in 1:41. This is the NFL. How can
That's
you?
the stuff that happens at the high school youth level.
How can you give up 21 points in 1:41? It's almost impossible. It's almost, you have to like, okay, y'all scored again. Now we got the ball back. Okay, here, go score again. And you just give it to them.
The moment the second pick six happened, your percentages of winning went drastically down in the 5%.
If you give up a scuba score, a pick six, Christian, just that one, and here's your NFL, you don't win those games. That might be hard fought and you fight it in, but then when you have two, it's like no, you don't have a chance. And you know what? This ticks me off too. To show you that we're not where we thought we were. Carolina Panthers. You might say, oh, man, we lost to them. Yeah, well, maybe they're not good, but we're not good either. The Panthers have lost 9 games in a row. I see the 8 or 9. I want to say 9 right now. Straight home games. Guess what? They got well, and they beat us at home and broke that streak, but then they went back to being the old Panthers. Then you look at the Cardinals. The Cardinals have lost 8 in a row. Well, guess what? They just got right again. They beat us and finally got the
so if you're on a home losing streak, just play the Saints.
Yeah, and then you get a win, you feel good about yourself. But when you go home that night, you sleep in your own bed and all that. But if you look at it, Christian, now it was the rubber match, and this is an embarrassing rubber match. It was 15-15 in the regular season. When now they're up 16-16. We got the playoff game
16-15.
Yeah, 16-15. It was 15-15. Now they're up, but then we beat them in the playoffs. So I guess I'm just gonna sugarcoat that and say it's 16-16. It's still a tie between us and the Cardinals. I'm gonna count that great playoff win to go to the Super Bowl that year. And as of late at State Farm Stadium, Christian, since 2010 when they opened that up, before they played at Sun Devil Stadium, but since they've been at here playing at State Farm Stadium, we're now 1-3. So we have not beaten the Cardinals in this stadium. You know, it's one of them when they roll the grass in, they roll the grass out because they can close it in. It's not, fake turf and all. But what an embarrassing loss. You can't sugarcoat it. And Dennis Allen can say it's all on my shoulders. And it is because you are the head coach.
He's just trying to keep the heat off the players.
No, the heat needs to be on everybody. If you're a pro, players, coaches, everybody. And hey, if Jameson's ready to play, put Jameson there. See what he can do, because Jameson's playing for his future. Now, not that Andy Dalton was the reason, but give Jameson a chance. See if he can maybe light a fire under the team and get guys going. It's not always the quarterback's fault, but they're going to get too much of the blame and too much of the glory whatever happens.
It's the point after. He's Bobby. I'm Christian. Coming to your calls. The Saints lose to the Arizona Cardinals 42-34. This is the Community Coffee New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Throw it.